So in this video, I'll be showing you how to drill an aquarium to add an overflow. In this video, I want to show you how to drill an aquarium. So this 38 gallon behind us, we'll go ahead and drill it for an overflow and a return. For the overflow, we'll be using a eshopps Eclipse. It's in a large filter. It has 3 1-inch drains with a 1 emergency tube. And has the in-tank portion as well, the actual skimmer itself. So we'll be adding that to this tank, plus we'll be adding a 3/4 inch return line with a pump. It's a DC pump rated for, I believe it's a little over 1,000 gallons per hour. This overflow will be controllable with gate valves, along with the return will be controllable with a DC controller. So often it's very overwhelming to drill a tank, but with a couple easy tips, it's very easy to do, and hopefully a lot of people will be more tempted to try it. So here is everything I'm using. Just a brushless DeWalt drill. This is a cup of room temperature water that we'll use to keep everything cool. And then this is the diamond bit. I don't know if this will focus, but you can see like almost like a sparkle to that. That's because it's a diamond plated bit. And basically this just kind of, I don't really know how to explain it, mulches the glass, I guess. It doesn't actually cut like a typical bit. So it's very critical that when we drill, we let the weight of the drill cut through the glass rather than pushing on it like a normal bit. Now that we have everything, we can go ahead and get started. Alright, so first things first, we need to go ahead and measure out where we want this to go. I'm looking at the left side of the tank. So eshopps supplied a, it's not shops, it's actually eshopps, the E is missing. I have used this template quite a few times, but this is a template supplied with the kit. For all their different sizes, they supply templates, which makes this a really friendly kit. And they also supply the diamond bit as well. But it's a very nice template. So we'll need to go ahead and get this measured out as far as where we want it to go on the tank. And then once we have that measured out, we'll go ahead and clamp this template to the tank, and then we can go ahead and start drilling. So I have everything clamped on and ready to go. Basically what I did was I measured from the bottom on both sides of the template to this bottom rim of the tank, which was 10.5 inches both ways. That's just to ensure that it is level. That's why we measure from both sides. What we have it clamped on there is pretty sturdy right now. So what I like to do to get started is to go ahead and add a little bit of water for each hole. The water will just sit in there and acts as a lubricant and keeps things cool as we're starting to drill through the glass. So let's go ahead and get the drill and everything ready and start drilling. Right, one thing you can see I added was a couple strips of electrical tape. Basically that's just so when the glass actually, when it cuts through, the electrical tape will catch the glass so it doesn't fall through and hit the glass on the other side. In case the electrical tape missed it, I did put some towels down below it so that that would catch the glass and the water as well and not make a mess all over the rest of the tank. Alright, so when you start this, I always suggest putting just a little bit of water, or a lot, doesn't really matter. And the really important thing to do is make sure you really don't want to push. So I just kind of let it go and let it slowly work in and get a groove going. My neighbors are going to hate me after this video. Putting any pressure on the drill, it's just kind of doing its own thing. and make sure that at all times the glass does have water in it. So when I take this out, there's still a puddle of water here. You got to make sure that that's in there. That's very important. And we're through, and as you can see, the tape caught it below, which is just what we intended to do. So we'll go ahead and do and is fast forward through to the second one. So now with both holes drilled, we can go ahead and start getting things cleaned up. But as you can see, it went pretty well. Very easy to do. And we now have 2 holes. Okay, so on this next one, we're basically just going to freehand it. Basically, so when we freehand, we'll just start at an angle. So if I can kind of illustrate this, in an ever so slightly angle just to get a groove. Then as it slowly starts digging in, we'll slowly straighten it out and go straight down in. I don't have a template for this, so that's why we're going to freehand it, but it's not the hardest as well as, but this you have to be a little bit more patient since you do not have a template. But let's get started. Alright, so like I said, very easy to do. We just drilled 3 holes with no problems in a total of about 10 to 15 minutes. And to be honest with you, I could have taken a little bit more time, but it worked out great. We now have the return line and both overflows. So let's go ahead and get things cleaned up and we will be done. Alright guys, so if you like that tutorial on how to drill an aquarium, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I hope this helped on how to drill it, maybe build up a little bit of confidence. That's kind of the goal here. But other than that, thanks for watching and have a great day.